My name is Cameron Patterson. I'm 21 years old. I live in South Africa on the East Coast, and I've been doing marketing, copywriting, and now media buying for about the last year and a half. And it's only been over the last 4 to 5 months, ever since we connected with Lance, that my business has really started to take off. So before I joined the mastermind with Lance, I had had a little bit of success with digital marketing, copywriting, and running ads. But most of my success was with email. I thought that that could translate over into meta ads and media buying, but I was completely mistaken because, as it turns out, media buying and Facebook ads is a lot more complicated than just writing a bit of good copy and getting some leads coming in. So before I ended up joining the mastermind, I had been running Facebook ads for clients for many months, probably 5 or 6 months, and honestly getting absolutely terrible results. We were getting a lot of leads coming in, but the lead quality was absolutely awful. People thought that the offers we were selling were free, or that they were just lead magnets, and that somehow the coaches who I was marketing online were just offering free programs to everyone. And even after hundreds and thousands of dollars spent, we had basically nothing to show for it. So it impacted pretty much my entire life, because for the life of me, I could not figure out why this wasn't working. A lot of people online make it seem like Facebook ads are easy and you should just be able to launch some funnel with some specific targeting settings enabled and then have customers coming in immediately. And so that's how I went into these Facebook ads thinking. It turns out that is not how it works at all. And so pretty much every day I would wake up in the morning and immediately be stressed out by the fact that the previous day we didn't get any book calls or any sales. And so, I mean, I would be busy at the gym working out, and my workouts were terrible because I was so stressed and my cortisol level was high. I couldn't focus properly. Even when I was doing client work, my brain was all over the place. And I sort of started to really isolate myself from social settings because I thought all of the time I had available needed to be dedicated towards fixing this Facebook ad issue and improving our lead quality. So it put a complete strain on my relationships, my exercise, everything about my life, man. Honestly, I was sleeping worse. I didn't know what to do about it. When I joined the first call, I was a little bit skeptical and a little bit nervous because I had this impression of online gurus and coaches for coaches and things like that. That wasn't the best. I'd heard some bad horror stories from people I know. And so I was a little bit skeptical, but pretty much from within the first 10 minutes of our conversation and getting to speak to you, I realized that you weren't just some info guru who was trying to make a quick buck off of someone else's pains or problems. I realized that you had already gone through all of those problems yourself and figured out all the solutions, which was why you were able to stay so calm and cool and collected and give us unbiased, relatable, understandable advice. And so by 30 minutes into that first call, my skepticism had completely shifted into just pure enthusiasm, energy, and excitement because it was like a light bulb was starting to go off in my head. And I was starting to realize, hey, we've got this guy in our corner now that really knows what he's talking about and is invested in our success, because that's the second thing that I picked up on going through that whole process. You asked very specific and not personal questions, but questions that showed that you really did care about our success, which was very refreshing and comforting in a sense to know that you did want us to succeed, really. And you went above and beyond answering questions that perhaps we were a little bit embarrassed about, like it was nothing. So going through that, by the end of the first call, um, it was like 10 p.m. at night for me, but I felt like just staying up for the next 8 hours and putting in as much work as possible to implement what you had told us to do as fast as possible, because I wholeheartedly believed, and correctly, as we have seen, that what you were telling us was accurate and it would work for us, since it was so grounded in what I believe to be foundational principles not just some magic tool or funnel that's going to work for everyone that only you know how to do, but foundational principles of business, marketing, and scaling that I could see would really, really help us. Once we implemented them, man, it's like the sky's now the limit. The results have been instantaneous. So Lance came in and offered us his TTO guide, which is his pretty much his way of getting the Facebook ad delivery platform and the AI to give you the best leads that are on Facebook. And man, let me tell you, it really, really works. So just from reading that guide alone, we improved our ads and we decided to take him up on his offer on the mastermind. We were a little bit skeptical at first because the whole online guru, online coaches, coaches for coaches, all that sort of thing. There's so many of them these days, and you really don't know who to trust. But after I'd say the first onboarding call with Lance, where we call it a clarity call, he calls it a clarity call. That's exactly what we had, clarity. And Lance gave us the exact next steps that we need to do to not only improve our ad lead quality, but just see some light at the end of the tunnel of this whole thing. And from there, we were able to implement the principles Lance taught us. And since then, man, our ads have finally gotten profitable, and not just profitable. We're looking at anywhere from 3 to 4 to 5x plus ROAS on the ads that we're currently running. And the main thing, I would say the best result from joining the mastermind has just been the clarity. Like I mentioned, Lance is able to just put things into very simple terms that even the most untech savvy business owner can really understand. So it's thanks to him that we've been able to get really into the nitty gritty of Facebook ads and finally start delivering good results. Just in the last month alone, the last 2 or 3 weeks, our calendars for our client has been completely filled up. So really, we couldn't have asked for more. So I'm very thankful that we've been able to figure that out now, because I can finally get my 8 hours of sleep. The Facebook ads was kind of like this cloud over my head that I could never seem to shake. Felt like it was always raining, even when it was sunny outside. And it was only until we joined the mastermind and got that clarity that the sun started to shine through, and it sort of illuminated all these many different things that we were doing wrong, and we were able to fix them. But yeah. And since then, my relationship with my brother has gotten infinitely better, because now I'm more confident and just able to live my life how I want to live it, and not just worry continuously every single day because money is just being thrown down the drain and burned before my eyes. When I joined the mastermind to now about 3 and a bit months later, I've 2.5x my own personal income. My clients, I mean, just last month, my client hit a new all-time high month by 37%, adding over $30,000 in revenue. And that one is nice, but really just being able to scale my own business now and not worry so much about why something isn't working is more of a win for me than the money. Because now I understand how the technical side of ads work. I understand these foundational principles that apply to all marketing, and now I can be confident, composed, and collected when I go into meetings with other business owners, because I know that, hey, I've actually delivered these results for clients. I'm doing well. Let me help you do well as well. I'm not just trying to establish myself or figure it out anymore. Thanks to Lance, I've been able to gain confidence and clarity on what exactly it is we are doing when we are running ads for people. And like I said, man, my income's increasing every single month, and it really doesn't look like it's going to slow down at any moment. So I'm very excited for what's to come. If you are a business owner or agency owner, media buyer, whatever the case is, considering joining Growth and Scale Mastermind, the reason why you are probably considering joining is because you have a problem that you don't know how to solve. And that little niggling problem is not going to go away from some magic funnel or some targeting trick or anything like that. The reason why you are considering joining is because you are most likely stuck in your own ways and you're trying to confirm the biases you already have. Now, even if you are a little bit skeptical, even if you aren't sure if it's going to work for you, the best thing that you could probably ever do for your business would be to just hop on a clarity call with Lance and just talk through your situation with them and talk through this problem that you are having. Because by the end of it, I am 100% sure that you won't just have more clarity on where you are in your business and your life and your marketing, but you'll also have gained a sense of excitement and enthusiasm and energy for your business that honestly might have been eroded a little bit over the last couple months or couple years as you've been dealing with this problem. So I could not recommend joining the mastermind any more than I already do. It will change your business's life forever. It will change your life forever. And at the very least, just speak to Lance, get on a call with him. His energy is infectious. His advice is unparalleled. And your business and your employees and the people that you are trying to help with your business as well will forever be grateful for you doing that, for you taking that little risk, just talking to him.